Hey everybody, this is Mike with the One Stop Co-op Shop, and today I'm covering the newest game from Stonemaier, Origin Story, and disclaimer that I was sent an early review copy of this one. And if you like the content on the One Stop Co-op Shop, consider supporting us through Patreon. You get early access to our videos and exclusive videos every month you can't see anywhere else. You can also listen to our weekly podcast for reviews and design discussions, or join the conversation and say hi on our Discord. So the basic idea of Origin Story is it is a trick-taking game, a competitive trick-taking game for 2 to 5 players. You play 5 rounds in the game, each round consisting of 8 tricks, so each player is going to have an 8-card hand. And each round you're either choosing to be a hero where you gain 1 victory point per trick you win, or a villain where you get 4 victory points if you take 0 tricks, so that's kind of like the shooting the moon option. And at the end of 4 rounds, you see which player has the most victory points, and they win the game. But the whole superhero theme that's added onto this, and the thing that changes things up quite a bit, is that you're going to be getting these story cards that give you special powers, that let you change up how the trick-taking works, or give you bonus victory points for doing certain things. And these powers are going to use your stamina, which is a resource you get more and more of, so you can activate more and more cards as you go through each round. And during round 5, you'll get to choose one of 2 cards that you drew at the beginning of the game to give you one more chance to get a bunch of victory points and also one final power for the rest of the match. But this is Stonemaier, and I'm covering on the channel, so you might expect there is a solo mode, and that's what I'm going to show you today. In the solo mode, you're going against 2 bots called Vancardians, and they're going to get special powers from these cards you'll be using. This is also how you determine difficulty, so I'm playing on difficulty 3 out of 5. Maybe a little bit too high, because I did barely beat them on some lower difficulties, so I don't know if I'll make it with this one. And they're going to have an 8-card face-up hand, so you can see what their distribution and values are. But whenever they follow to a trick, whenever they're not the one playing the first card leading a trick, they'll get a chance to swap out some of their cards and get some different ones. So you have some information on their hand composition, but not perfect information. But let's jump right in. The game's pretty straightforward, especially if you know trick takers, and we'll see how it plays. So I've randomly gained 1 hero board. I have Mei Lin here, and she has the Twist of Fate ability. It says after you play a card, you may remove 1 stamina to add or subtract 1 from its value, and the first played card breaks ties. So I can get the win with the stamina to get 1 more victory point, or if I'm trying to, be a villain and not get any cards, I can try to duck with that. And like I said, during each round in the setup, before we actually play out your cards, you're going to put some stamina on your cards. And this one can have up to 2 stamina put on it, allowing you to use the ability twice. And the minus means it goes back to your little stamina area here, whereas card abilities that don't have that minus apply throughout the entire round and give you an ongoing bonus. But so the first thing I do is I deal 8 cards to myself. Then I gain 1 stamina in addition to what I started with, so I have 2 at the beginning of the game. And I draw 3 of the story cards. Let's see my options. So I can have a Ronin Supersuit, which would cost 1 stamina. It says on my turn, when following, I may play lightning cards off suit, even if you could follow suit. And if you do, change your card suit to the lead suit. Well, I should probably look at my hand real quick. Love is the trump suit. If you don't know trick takers, that means that that card can beat any other suit. 13 is the highest value for each suit, and 1 is the lowest, so I have some pretty strong science. My lightning kind of sucks, which is making the Ronin not look that good. And my fist ones don't look too good either. And actually, this looks like it could be a potentially good villain ducking hand. If I can survive my science ones, and hopefully I won't have enough to keep leading into it. So yeah, Ronin, not really feeling, doesn't work well with my hand. Hypnotica, can't use in Automa, sorry, so let me redraw for that. Okay, Brainwash, this would take both of my stamina to activate. When it's charged, I would discard 1 card, then draw 1 card. That's not too bad, so I could get rid of that 13. Ooh, and then end of the round, gain 2 victory points if you won 0 tricks. So this really pushes me toward that villain role. And then finally, Aegis, I can't even afford what to do. When charged, predict how many tricks you will win. And at the end of the round, if your prediction is correct, gain 4 victory points. If you were off by 1, gain 2 victory points instead. That's an amazing ability. But yeah, let's try going full-on villain. And I have a brainwashed backstory. By the way, the idea is that this is your origin story and how your person became a character. You actually have little art to kind of illustrate origin stories for the character board you have. There's 5 of these, each one with different art. But here, Mei Lin controls fate or something, and she's been brainwashed. The rest of these are discarded. And now I get to load up my stuff, and yeah, let's go for it. So I'm going to put both stamina on here, which means I can't use Twist of Fate at all. Okay, I would have had to put the stamina on there. But you get all your stamina back at the end of each round, so next round I'll have 3, and if I don't like this new card, I could put 2 on Brainwashed and 1 on that. Or if my hand's too strong to try to get 0 tricks, I could ignore Brainwash entirely. These just become options. All right, so I'm discarding 1 card and then drawing 1. And the discard, they gotta have some love that I can throw off of. I could throw away my 1 love, my 1 trump. Well, maybe I should, because the 13 is scary, but it's not as scary when I have 3 of that suit. Yeah, so let's actually throw off the 3 and just really hope I don't get a replacement love, because that would suck if I had like a 10 love now and nothing lower to duck with. Oh, and great. Okay, I got a 2 red. All right, so I'm loveless. That sounded a little sad. And only my science suit is really problematic. That's a nice start. Now I choose my alignment, which means I flip this to its villain side. In a competitive game, everybody would see that and know what I'm going for. Although you reveal it simultaneously, actually, so I should say in a competitive game, it would be a surprise. Okay, now I'm going to deal 8 cards each of the Vancardians face up, and then I'm going to flip their first card and see what they're doing for the round. All right, here's number 1's cards, and you don't reorder them because you'll see how they play out the hands. Their cards should be in kind of like a random order. All right, and number 2's. Number 1 was randomly selected to be the first leader, by the way, or the dealer, I should say. And yeah, well, things I'm liking. We got high reds. This is problematic. We got low science and like nothing else. So they could duck science and force me to win that with my 6. But they got a ton of loves, although, again, their hand competition is going to change as the round plays out, so we'll see how things actually go. And let's see what their first round bonus is. So again, because I'm playing on difficulty 3, I have 3 level 2 cards and only 2 level 1 cards, because you use 1 for each round. And the harder ones are always at the bottom, so if I was playing on level 4 difficulty, it'd be 1 level 1 and then the rest level 2. If I was playing level 5, they'd all be level 2. And we're only looking at the right side. This event is something special that happens in the competitive game and the solo game on round 3. But here we're just looking at the round 1 effect, which is nothing. So they're not doing anything special. They're not like messing with their hands at all. We're just playing things out. So when a Vancardian leads, if I'm playing villain and I have no tricks yet, so they know they want to make me take something, they will play their lowest card possible. And lowest means the lowest value, ignoring suits. And anytime there's a tie, they pick the leftmost one. So here, their 1 of fist of strength is their lowest. Now, here's the thing I was saying about their hands changing. When a Vancardian follows, like the next player's about to, they draw 2 cards. If they have those suits, they keep those 2 cards. But if they draw cards for suits that they're already out of, they do not keep them. Because it'd be annoying if you thought like they had no more red cards, and then suddenly they just magically had a red card. So that doesn't happen. And then they replace their rightmost cards in their line with those kept cards. Again, 1 or 2 or 0. Which means the cards that are furthest on the right are kind of the least likely to stick around. So here we go. We got a 3 and a 7, and they do have both those suits. So these both get discarded, and now that's their hand. And again, that only happens when they are following. If they lead, as you saw with the other player, nothing changes in their hand. And now for following, they do still have to follow suit. This is a trick taker where you have to follow suit. You can play a trump if you're playing off suit if you don't have any of that left. And kind of like with the leader, if I'm playing the villain and don't have any tricks yet, they will play their lowest option possible. Following suit, this is a 3. And yikes, I wasn't this close. If I had not gotten that 2, they would already made me take a trick. All right, so Vancardian number 2 gets that one. And oh no, then the worst is going to happen. Darn it. The 1 card I was afraid of. They're going to lead their lowest value card, which is a 2. And then, yeah, I mean, there's not much I can do here. I'll still play my 6, though. All right, now they're going to do the following thing. So they draw 2. They don't have any reds. They don't have any of these, so they discard those. They do not keep them because they don't have the science suit and they don't have the strength suit. And now they'll play the lowest non-love card they have, because clearly it'd be dumb for them to play a love card here and win it. So, yeah, they're going to saddle me with a trick. I got this because they played offsuit. Well, that took me from 6 points to 0. That hurts. Oh, man, and I was going to say, now I can try to steal as many tricks from them as I can to at least lower their scores. But, I mean, their hands are ridiculous, so it's not really going to work out very well for me. I don't know, let's lead this. Okay, now they get 2 cards. Again, don't have any of those. And here's how they work when they're not trying to make me take a trick. So if they have a lead suit card, they play a card that can beat everything if they have one. If not, they play their lowest card of the lead suit. And otherwise, they play their lowest of any suit. So they don't really have a way to like try to trump, but it kind of tends to work out fine for them anyway. Like here where they're trumping with a 2 because that's their lowest value. And then they also don't have the lead suit, so they're going to play their 3, which means Vancardian 1 gets the 3rd trick. Now, just to know, because I might want to do this, you can surrender when it's your turn to play a card if a Vancardian is leading. And what that does is you automatically give them the current trick they're leading and all of the remaining tricks. The only reason really to do that, I find, is if like one Vancardian's way behind the other in score, you can just like give a bunch of points to the one that matters less. But that's only when you know you're not going to win anything else, so it's not great. Oh, by the way, did I? I think I did. I totally forgot to draw 2 cards for this one before they played into the trick. We're not going to worry about it. All right, but now this one's leading. And now they will play their highest card of any suit since they don't want to skunk me anymore. And let's not forget this time. Oh, they're getting a 13 love, but they can't take the blue, so they're replacing the 7 with it. And they don't have a card of the lead suit, so they're playing their lowest of any suit. Good for them. And I got to play measly 2. Yeah, at this point, I just want to try to grab a trick if I can and then try to get them each to get like 3 so that they're at least kind of balanced. All right, this one's going to lead the highest trump in the game, though, so that won't really matter much. I'll throw off my lightning card. And the other Vancardian can keep the 8 lightning, so they'll replace the 5 heart with that. That was good, at least. And they can't win, so they're going to do the lowest of the lead suit they can. Gets 3 for this guy, darn it. Okay, now they can lead either 11. They'll lead their leftmost one because that's still their highest tied card. I'll throw off a low red, and they have to play their 10. Oh, wait, let me draw for them first. Oh, they got a 6 that they'll replace the 8 lightning with, and then they'll throw off their 6 of hearts. This one's still leading. They'll play their 11 red. I got to play my 9, and they... Oh, interesting. So I'll actually keep both of these and get rid of those, which means they don't have anything to beat them with anymore. And then they'll win with the heart because there's no way they can get anything else. Oh my gosh. So this Vancardian got 6 points. This one got 1. And I came up with a big goose egg. Great job, Mike. Well, that's what happens when you try to shoot the moon. It does not always go well. Oh, and I get all of my stamina back. The dealer token rotates, so this one will be playing first next. And we do it all over again. Hopefully better. We'll see. All right, so first I get a new hand. Not much love in there. Not liking that. Pretty high values, although again, I could try to be a villain, except for that 8 heart, but I could use Brainwash to get rid of that. But let's see how other things go. I get a 3rd stamina. And what are my options? Beast mode. At the end of the round, I gain 1 stamina if I win at least 2 more tricks than the hero opponent who won the most tricks. So if I just take everything, that's not going to work out well this round. Huntress. Win a trick. If I played a heart to win the trick, split the trick into 2 winning tricks for scoring purposes. It's pretty awesome, but I don't have any hearts this round. That would apply to every trick I won with a love card, by the way. And then Amnesia seems to go well with my brainwashing. Ooh, when charged, discard 2 cards, then draw 2 cards. Let's go for it. All right, we're just going to try again. It's going to go great. So let's use Brainwashed first. I'm going to discard this 8 and draw a replacement. Oh, sorry, that requires 2. Okay, that was good. That was good. Very good, in fact. I don't even think I need Amnesia, do I? Yeah, no, but the 10 is, well, I'm just really afraid of getting a random high love card. So instead of charging Amnesia, I'm going to charge Twist of Fate once. So after I play a card, I can remove this to add or subtract 1 from its value. And if it's tied, the first played card wins the tie. I don't know if that's going to help me survive the 10 red. So maybe I should do Amnesia. But Amnesia, I have to discard 2 cards and draw 2 cards. And there's a decent chance I'll get a love card on a 1 in there. So, okay, let's try it out. Everything went so well last time, right? So I'm going to be a villain again. And hoping to see some really high cards for them. Let's see. Okay, tons of love cards for the first one, like that. And they're also the one who got fewer points last round, so I'd rather them get more of the tricks. Although this one's got some very high love cards, but they've got high cards in general. See, I'm feeling pretty decent here. Unless they lead into one of my weak suits twice, which hopefully won't happen. And now we have our last nicer card. No effect for round 2. Things tend to be nastier for round 3 and 4 in general, because it's supposed to kind of model them getting more combos with their cards, just like a player would. But yeah, for now, nothing special happening. And this one is first, and they want to catch me, so they're playing their 1 of red. And I gotta play my 2, because my 10 is clearly problematic. And then are they going to replace anything? Oh, they do have a lightning, uh-oh. And they do have a red, so they're getting rid of both of these. And they've got those in their hand now. But they're going to win the trick. All right, so even though it's not going to matter, they're still going to play their lowest card possible. So they're going to win with the 4 of red. And now this part works out really nicely for me. It just says to play their lowest card possible. Doesn't matter if it's love or not. So they're going to play a 1 love instead of the 1 lightning that might have messed me up. Well, actually, I would have been fine for that too. Okay, what are they doing? They have both of those. So they get rid of these and add those in. And they want to play their lowest love possible while following suit. And yeah, this is beautiful. Let's get rid of that stinker. And now I'm pretty dang safe, right? Because only a 1 can mess me up here, and they're not going to lead this that many times with how many hearts they have. So second time is the charm, although it already put me in a major trick deficit, and I'm letting them take all the tricks, so they're still going to get a ton of points. That's kind of the obvious problem with going villain. All right, so they still want to catch me. They're going to play the 6 red that I just ditched, which means I can throw off anything. Lightning is safe. Even if they get rid of some cards, lightning is not going to be a problem, and that 1's probably not even going to stay around in a second. So I'll just get rid of my highest cards, this one. And let's see. Yep, lightning and red are gone because they had both those suits. And they're playing their lowest red possible. Not that it matters. So this one wins. I want them to win more tricks, though. Oh, by the way, you can't surrender and let them win all the tricks while you're a villain and still trying to go low. That would clearly be a little silly. All right, what's their lowest now? The 8 lightning. And I'll play my 2. And they flip. They got 2 lightnings, but they don't have any. So they just play the lowest of any suit, which is going to be winning with the trump. All right, good. Give them more tricks. Okay, now they're playing their lowest of anything. See if these guys get... They can't take that. They can take the 1. Interesting. But they got to follow suit and play their big trump. And just looking at what's dangerous, I guess I'll trash my 9. Get some to 3 tricks. Darn it. All right, now they'll lead their 1. Oh, shoot. Oh, no. If they throw off, I could be done here. Please don't get anything that matches. Or, okay, that's fine. All right, so they replaced the 6 with a 5, but they still have 1. If they had gotten, like, only reds, they could, or even if they had gotten, like, some hearts and mix of things, and they lost their only that, they couldn't have followed suit. They would have played the low red. Okay, so they get that with the 5. And I think I'm safe now. They're going to play the 5 red because they still think they're trying to skunk me. These guys get 2 cards, but it shouldn't matter because they can't get a red or a love since they're already out of them. So here they're going to play the 10, and I'll throw off the 3. Good, and then these guys should win the last trick as well because there's no way for them to get a love. Awesome. So they got 5, so they're up to 6. They got 3, so they're up to 9. And I get 4 for getting 0 tricks and 2 more for brainwash. So I'm back to 6. Man, if I had done it last round, I would have gotten to 12. I'd be way ahead. Because as you'll see, the Automa gets a bunch of like free points, usually from those double lightning bolt cards. So it's not great to fall behind. All right, so now we go into round 3. We are going to have a special event this round. All right, so with this hand, let's try to actually like win some tricks. I have no lightning, so I can trump quite a bit. Yeah, so let's not be a villain this time, because we can't just let them get all the victory points all the time. And I'm going to draw the top card of the deck that matches the top of my deck. So on levels 3, 4, and 5, it'll be a harder card. On levels 0, 1, and 2, difficulty levels, there will be a 1 lightning bolt card on top. So it'll be one of these. Let's see what we got. When revealed, predict how many tricks you'll win. If you win exactly that many, gain 4 victory points. Otherwise, each Vanguardian gains 4. And I don't get to see what their things are yet. I don't get to see what my my power is going to be yet. All right, let's see. Realistically, this has got to be like 2 probably, especially with the trumping possibility. That's probably 3. I think 3 or 4 is safe. And if I use like Brainwash or Amnesia to throw away some of my weakest cards and get some higher cards, 4 or 5 is even possible. Let's lowball a little bit because they're probably going to have some like special bonuses this round. Let's say that I will get 4 tricks. But yeah, 4 victory point bump would be huge if I can get it. All right, now I get my 3rd superhero card. Time travel. So that would take away 2. Or sorry, I would use the 2 so I can only... Oh, no, never mind. No Automa. Let me redraw. Okay, Jet Boots. Cost 2. Add 1 to the value of your card. The first played card breaks tie. It's pretty dang good. Spectral. When charged, name a suit. If you won all played cards printed with the name suit, gain 5 victory points. It's awesome, but I don't think I have the right things for that. Volcanic Burst. If you win the final trick, gain 1 stamina. That is a permanent, like, more stuff to do. Oh, by the way, I should have a 4 stamina. It's 1 more than the number of rounds. Okay, Jet Boots is maybe the best for what I want to do this round, but it also would cost 2. And Mei Lin can kind of replicate the same sort of thing. Let me go for Volcanic Burst, actually, and just try to set myself up for a better round 4 and 5. So I'll put 1 on that. Definitely not doing Brainwashed, so I'll do both of these. And let's do Amnesia. Throwing away, the 4 and the 5, I guess? Although I'm going to lose some flexibility, but that's okay. Ooh, okay. All right. So yeah, 4 tricks. I can increase my played card twice or decrease if I need to. We'll see if it works out. All right, now these jerks get their cards. Number 1 is very low values. Not sure how I feel about that. That's even worse. All right. this should be okay. They definitely have some high values to win some stuff, and their like love suit is low. I just kind of wish I'd said I'd win 5 tricks instead of 4. Oh, and I'm hero, of course. Here, let's try this. I'm going to try... Oh, and I should be leading this round. I just realized. Yeah, so let's try where we can see everything a little bit better. Hopefully that's easier to follow the play. Okay, now they get their special. 3. Each Vanguardian gains 1 victory point and replaces 3. Let me show you what replaces mean. So first they jump to 7 and 10. So they're each going to add 3 cards to the right of their line, and then they're going to discard their 3 lowest non-trump cards. So basically their hands are just straight up getting better, which honestly doesn't make me necessarily too sad, because I was kind of worried I would win too many. Okay, so lowest non-trumps, 1, 2, and the 6. All right, and over here, 1, 1, and the 4. Okay, their hands definitely look stronger now. And let's not forget that they'll like get more cards. All right, let's see. I could play high reds, but they don't have any, so they'd probably trump. But they also have a ton of trumps, so it's not really the worst thing in the world if I get rid of some of them. Well, here, I got a good idea. Let's draw out some of those trumps. I'm going to play a 10 and use one of my 2 Twist of Fate uses to make it an 11, which will beat their 11 in the tie. But they're following, so... Okay, they don't have any reds, but they do replace that 6 with an 11. And then they can't win since the 11 would only tie me, so they're going to play their lowest. And then these dudes, they did get another trump. That's annoying. And they also have blue, so they'll do that. Okay, and then they're going to play their 1 of trump. All right, so that's 1 out of 4 for me. Now, I don't know if I want to play any more trump. If I play a red here, they'll follow suit. And remember, they don't like trump automatically. They just play their lowest cards. Yeah, like a red should be safe to lock in another trick, and then I can try to lose some and then like trump at the end maybe. All right, they don't have any reds. They will replace the 11 with a 3. And again, smart or not, if they do not have the lead suit and they're not trying to skunk me or whatever, they will play just their lowest card in general. So that 3 they just got. And then these dudes draw. Oh, man. They get both of those, so they replace their 1 heart with a way stronger one. Oh, wait, which thing did I just draw? Shoot. Did they have the... I think that's what it was. Or... Yeah, they only had 1 red, so I had to have drawn that other red. Sorry, not paying attention. So they will play their lowest red because they can't win it. 2 tricks for me. Right, so I need to win 2 more, which now with their higher trump might be kind of tough, but they both have lightning, although they might not in a second. And I could just keep on playing out reds and see what happens. So sure, let's play a 10 red. Over here, they can't keep the reds, so they are just going to get another trump. Now they don't have the lead suit, so they play this and keep... Oh my gosh. Yeah, getting the 4th trick might be problematic. Over here, they have both of those. Oh, so they're getting rid of their last trump. Oh, no. But they now can beat me with their red. That was unexpected. Okay, so they got a trick. That's not the one I want to be winning tricks either. Okay, they're going to play their highest card, which is the 12. I have to follow suit. And this guy, replaces both of those. Just tons of trumps coming out. They can win, so they will play the 13. Good job. Take those tricks, buddy. All right, I still need to win 2 more. Shoot. All right, so they're going to play their highest card, which is the 12 of trumps. I mean, this is only blue, so they don't really matter much either way, so they'll keep the blue instead of the 12. Neither of us has blue, so they're just done. So they'll play their 3. And I'll ditch my 4, so I should be able to get back into the lead. That part's good. All right, now they're going to play their 10. So, how's this going to work out? Not well for me, I think, is the answer. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, they just replace that. And then they play their lowest. And yeah, I have to follow suit. And, oh, wait, I was going to say I could boost the 10 or the 9 to a 10, but I'd only tie, and they played their card first. If that's another win, and they play their highest card, leftmost. Gosh darn it. If they played this, I'd be great. If they just played that, I would be great. Okay, so they're playing that. Does not matter, but yep, they can't get either of those. So they just do that. And, man. Okay, I'm going to play this one because don't forget my Volcanic Burst ability gives me a bonus if I win the final trick. So, yes, they're going to get a huge victory point bump, and I'm just getting my butt kicked here. But at least I'll get some more stamina. That won't matter much. Okay. And then, yeah, they get that. Doesn't matter. And I win it. So this one gets 8 with the 4-point bonus from the things. They're at, 15? They get 5, so they're also at 15. Hey, at least we even them out. And then I get just 3 with no bonus because I did not get exactly 4. Gosh darn it. But I get a free stamina. All right, perhaps I should have stuck to level 2 difficulty or level 1. Okay, I got 8 cards. Let's see how we're looking. Can I shoot the moon? Maybe not, but I got some pretty good values again. And I get a 6 stamina as I go into the last round with one of these, and then I'll pick one of these. Sorry, I didn't actually show these. So High Noon's going to let me keep on revealing cards from my hand and trying to beat a random card from the top of the deck to get 4 victory points each time. I could get up to 12 victory points from it. And then Ascendi just gives me a flat 7 points of victory, and I get a 5th story card for free that's automatically fully charged. But it's random, so it might not be good at all for me. So not sure which one I'm leading towards. All right, what we got now? No Automa. All right, I got Flight, which would have 2 that I can use. You may remove 1 stamina to discard 1 card, then draw 1 card. Okay. The Ram. On your turn, when following, if you play the highest science card among cards in this trick, gain 1 victory point. Ooh, and I've got 2 high science cards. I'm leaning to that. Or monologuing. Keep your cards revealed throughout this round and gain 1 victory point per trick 1. Oh, wait, hold on. There's some rule for when your cards are revealed to the Automa. Oh, here we go. You play hero. All your cards count as having -1 value. So they are 1 lower or 1 higher if you're villain. But 1 victory point per trick 1. Dude, let's go. Like, my cards are pretty high, I don't think. And especially since I've got like the 12 and the 11, that's not going to matter. I did like the Ram, but no, we're doing monologuing. All right, so what do I want to lock in? Definitely monologuing. I mean, I don't need brainwashed. So I guess I'll just, I have 1 extra. That's fine. So I'm going to discard 2 cards and then draw 2 cards. And then I can increase my value of cards and then get more stamina. I don't know if actually, you know what? That's so kind of like useless. I'm just going to do brainwashed, not for the gain 2 victory point part, but for the discard 1 and then draw 1. And I'll use brainwashed first. Let's discard my 1/4, my only lightning card. Okay. And I'm kind of wishing I'd gone for the Ram. Okay, then I get to discard 2 more. We'll keep all my trumps, so let's do both of those. And all right, we got a lower red, but a higher trump, or not a higher trump, but a trump. So that's pretty good, right? So all my cards are -1 value unless I boost them with Twist of Fate. We'll see if that's enough. Oh, and this Vanguardian is the dealer now. And let's see what they get. Each Vanguardian gains 4 victory points. By the way, look, they're about to get like 9 victory points and move 2 hearts left. What the 2 hearts left means thing is you take the 2 rightmost hearts in their hand and move them to the left so that they're less likely to be discarded by those random draws. Although that person got 0 hearts. I like that. Come on, do that again for me. Or not. Okay. They got only 2, but that does open them up. The problem with that is that they're likely to still draw more, which means I might just want to, well, I'm not leading, but I might just want to get like the love suit going as quickly as possible so this person can't just luck into more of them. All right, but they're first to lead, and they've got a 12. Boom. And see, yep, there we go. They just got another heart. So they're getting rid of both of these, and they can't beat it, so they're playing a 7. And then I can beat it. I'm not trying to get exactly... Oh, so that's only a 1. Remember, all my cards are -1, but 1's enough when it's a trump. All right, so is it worth it to try to draw their trumps? I don't know if it is. Let's play out some winners that they currently have suits of. So I'll play this one. They can't take the heart, so they have more greens. And they can't win it, so they'll play their lowest. And then these guys... Oh, okay, they got rid of a heart. That's nice. And they play out their only green. So they are out of that suit now, which makes it harder for me to win with it. But that's another trick. And don't forget, I'm getting double points for each trick. Crazy. I love monologuing. Thinking of, what is it, Syndrome. Okay, so if I play the 11 now, they'll follow suit and probably lose. And they should trump, because that's their lowest thing. Do I want to let them trump? Maybe I draw a trump first. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna play my 11 of trump here. What are they doing? They're getting a 4 and a 5, and they do have both of those suits, so yep. And then it's trumps. They just want to play their lowest of anything. And then over here, they got another trump. Gosh darn it. But they can't keep that, so they get rid of that. Yeah, see, it's really dangerous when they can keep on getting more trumps. But here, they want to play their lowest. Okay, drawing trump is dumb. Stop doing it, Mike. Because at this point, I would just lose the trick. So I can't win with the strength suit. Yeah, their lowest card is that new heart, although they might lose that. They might draw something else. So, what the heck? Let's try it. So we'll do that. These dudes are taking the 6, and then they'll play their lowest. And then these, come on, are getting nothing, and they'll play their 6 at trump and win it. Okay. Now they're leading their highest, which is the 13. I'll play my 3. And what are they doing? Oh, they're getting rid of their red, and then they'll play their 2. So these guys win. Okay, now they'll play the 12. And even if I use both my Twist of Fate, because I think you can double use it, that's something I'm not quite sure of, that would get it to normally a 13, but with my -1 from monologuing a 12, which would tie, and I would have been the second one to play it. So no point. I just lose that. And okay, they keep the 13, then they play the 3. Another trick for them. These guys might get nothing this round. Okay, but good. Now they're playing this. This is going to work out well for me because I can pop in with my lower trump. And these guys can't keep either of those, so they'll play that. So I got to 4. And now same thing, even if I use both my Twists of Fate. Well, you know what? I might as well. So we'll say that that's a 7 -1, 6, because they could, when they follow, draw a lower trump and be forced to keep it and use it. So these guys get nothing, and they play that. Come on, like a 1 trump, 2 trump, nothing. Okay, they win it. Never mind. So 4 and 4, they get nothing. They just get 4, so they're at 23. But I get 8 up to 17, so Not there yet, but closer. All right, so we're going to the final round. I don't get any more stamina. And now I got to pick which of these to do. So just to go through them again, Ascendio would give me 7 victory points. I would place the top card of the story deck here, covering this ability, and then I can charge it with stamina from the supply, so I wouldn't even be using mine. So I get some random card that might be good or might not. Or High Noon, reveal a card from your hand, then reveal the top card of the deck. If my card's value is equal or higher, gain 4 victory point and discard the deck's card. If my card's lower, you may add the deck's card to your hand and discard your own. You may repeat this up to 2 more times with unrevealed cards from your hand. Return any remaining revealed cards back into your hand, so you have 8 cards in hand. Okay, we're definitely doing High Noon, because I have a chance to get 12. And look, I've got a 13 and a 12. Now, then the 7 might not make it, but so let's start with the 13, right? The obvious one. And I need to, okay. So I don't have any, by the way, modifiers yet. Like monologue doesn't apply yet because I haven't actually charged it. So because my card value is equal or higher, I gain 4 victory points and discard that. So that's 4. Okay, now I can't use that one. It's still going to stay in my hand, but I can't repeat it. All right, so now let's try the 12. Oh, I have an 8 instead of a 7. Why do I think I'd have to use the 7? All right, so a 12, a 4. Okay, so that's 8 victory points. All right, and then 8. Come on, this would help me catch up a lot. Yes. Okay, so that's, I get all those back. I didn't get to trade anything, so my hand didn't get any stronger. That's the negative side, but I did get 12 victory points. Heck to the yeah. Now they're going to get a ton as well, so my 29 might seem cool now, but they'll almost certainly, at least one of them, be ahead of me. Which means I gotta go hero, and I gotta just get as many points as possible. Okay, so that's already done. Oh, did I win the final trick? Pretty sure I didn't. I'm not even sure if I charged it. All right, so I'll do monologuing just because, should I? Yeah, I'll do monologuing. And then let's do amnesia and brainwashed and both twists of fate. Okay, so I can discard 1 card, then discard 2 cards. All right, so first I'll discard my lower lightning bolt, get a slightly higher lightning bolt. And then I'm just going to discard both lightning bolts to hopefully empty out the suit. And, that was good. Ooh, I've got 5 trumps and 3 knots, which means monologuing should be fine, because -1 value to a trump, who really cares? And then 13 and 12. Okay, man, let's just get all the tricks, baby. All right, but let's see how nasty the hands are for the enemies. Oh, man, they got 3 trumps as well. There's not much left. But these are the ones that had the lower score, so that's good. So if these guys get none... Okay, they just got the 13. If we can get that out of their hand as soon as possible, then they might not be able to benefit it. And it's their highest card, and they're leading, so there's a good chance they'll just play it right away. But we got to do this. Oh, God, each of them gains 11 victory points. So, yep, they're both ahead of me. Then they each replace 2. So 30 and 34 versus 29, and replace 2. So they're getting rid of their lowest values, the 2 and the 3. And over here, okay, good. They didn't get any more trumps. That's beautiful. So their 2 2s are going away. All right, so I'm actually feeling pretty good with monologuing all my trumps. I think I have a decent chance of pulling this out. But they are first to lead, and they will lead their highest card. Thank you. So they can never get another trump. That's awesome. Because again, they're the ones that are in the lead by the most. I'll just throw off a 1, and these guys could still get more trumps, so they did not. In fact, oh no, they do have a red. So they'll replace that, and they'll throw off their 5. So they win their first trick, but hopefully that's their only one. So now they want to leave their highest card, the 10 of strength. I'm going to play my 13, which I don't need to boost with Twist of Fate because their 12 will be equal to mine, even with my -1 from monologuing. But because I was first, I'll win the tie. But first, they are getting those, but no more trumps. This is going well. So they have to play the 12 red. That was nice. So I get that. Okay, now I think I draw trump, even though I'm going to lose. Because my 12 will win with Twist of Fate, and then depending on how they're discarding me, my 8 will win 2. And I don't mind this one getting tricks. Yeah, because none of my trumps are going to beat theirs anyway. They're not far to the right, so sure. Okay, well, let's play a 3, and then, crud. Okay, so they get both of those. Just gives them one more trump. And she wants to beat all cards played, but with the lowest option. So they're going to play the 8. And these losers get some more reds. And then they want to play their lowest of anything, a 1. All right, so that didn't work out as planned. But now they are going to play another trump. So they're going to kind of empty themselves of the suit. They do get the 10. And then they'll play their lowest, the 7. And I'll play my lowest. Boom. And then they want to play their highest card, which is this 11 that I can beat with my Twist of Fate. These guys can't beat no matter what, but they are replacing all their lightnings and then playing a 1. And yeah, so I will play a 12, which would go down to 11, which would lose the tie, but I'll use one of my 2 twists of fate to raise it up and win that. And then let's just get rid of trumps. Okay, I'll do that. Please don't get a new trump. They didn't. In fact, they get nothing. So they're just going to win. And these guys can't keep either of those, so they'll play their lowest. All right, so we are good on that trick. Now, I don't know how. Yeah, never mind. They're going to play this. These guys can't even follow suit. I'll play that and lose, and then I'll play this and win. So, crud. Did I get enough? I feel like I didn't. These guys got 35. These guys got 34. And I got 3 times 2, 35. Wait, so what the heck is the tiebreaker? I feel like I lose if I tie. Let's see. Actually, it says if multiple players are tied, they share the victory. Yeah, I don't see anything that changes that. So I guess I win with one of the bots, and haha, you lost by one other bot. So there you go. That was a solo play of Origin Story. But the solo mode plays well. It can be challenging, and it can be pretty swingy, but it's also fun. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. And a special thank you to our biggest Patreon supporters, J. William F., Steve Wren, Pedro Lucas, Miles, Casey W., Andrew R., and Chris C. We'll see you at the next stop.